Right now, your Ford F-150 might be running on bad data. Not because something broke, not because a part failed, because a handful of sensors and airflow passages that nobody checks are feeding the computer garbage on every single drive. Shops see the codes, skip straight to the expensive fix, and hand you a bill for parts that were never the actual problem. The sensor gets replaced, the symptom comes back, and the cycle repeats until someone finally looks at what is actually causing the bad data in the first place. Rough idle, hesitation under load, fuel economy that dropped for no obvious reason, shifting that feels like a transmission problem but is not, check engine lights that keep returning a week after the shop said everything was fine. In a lot of Ford trucks, those symptoms trace back to dirty sensors, clogged passages, or carbon buildup. Not a failed part, not a failing system, a dirty one. Today, we are going through the 5 Ford F-150 sensor problems that get misdiagnosed the most, what each one does, what shops get wrong, and exactly what to check yourself before you spend a single dollar. Stay through sensor number 5, because that is the one mechanics should mention first and almost never do. Before we get into the sensors, if you want this kind of breakdown on every Ford ownership issue, every misdiagnosis pattern, and every repair cost you can avoid with the right information up front, hit subscribe right now. This is the channel for Ford owners who want answers before the shop visit, not after. Subscribe, and let's start with the one that causes the most confusion. Sensor 1. The math sensor trap. The mass airflow sensor is the one that generates the most unnecessary parts replacements on F-150s, and once you understand why, you will never let a shop replace one without asking the right questions first. The math sensor sits between the air filter and the intake manifold, measuring how much air is entering the engine on every intake cycle. The engine computer uses that data to calculate exactly how much fuel to inject. If the math is giving bad readings, the truck can run rich, run lean, stumble on acceleration, idle rough, or hesitate under load. All of those symptoms are real, and they all point directly at the math as a suspect. Here's where the mistake happens. A lean code shows up, rough idle develops, fuel trims look wrong, and the shop quotes a math sensor replacement without checking the most obvious thing first, whether the sensor element is dirty. On F-150s, the real issue is frequently not a failed math sensor, it's a contaminated one. Oil vapor from the PCV system, fine dust that gets past a worn air filter, or residue from an over-oiled aftermarket filter can coat the sensing element and cause exactly the same symptoms as a failing sensor. The fix is a careful cleaning with proper math cleaner. Not brake cleaner, not carb cleaner, only dedicated math sensor cleaner, sprayed gently onto the element without touching it. Before any shop replaces a math sensor on your F-150, ask them to confirm the air filter condition, the intake tube seal integrity, and whether the sensor element has been inspected and cleaned. A $10 can of cleaner and 10 minutes of careful work solves this problem more often than a new sensor does. A replacement math sensor on an F-150 runs anywhere from $150 to $300 in parts alone before labor. Cleaning the existing one costs almost nothing. Check the simple thing first. Sensor 2. The throttle body and TPS misdiagnosis. This is the one that gets misdiagnosed as a transmission problem more consistently than almost anything else in the Ford F-150 lineup. Drivers bring in their truck describing hesitation, jerky acceleration, surging between gears, rough idle, or a feeling that the transmission is slipping or banging. The shop runs diagnostics, pulls transmission-related data, and starts quoting transmission work. But in a significant number of these cases, the transmission is not the problem at all. Carbon builds up around the throttle plate over time from PCV vapors and intake contamination. As that buildup accumulates, the throttle plate starts to stick rather than moving smoothly through its full range of motion. The throttle position sensor, which tells the engine computer exactly how far open the throttle is at any moment, reports erratic data because the plate is not moving cleanly. That erratic TPS data affects fuel delivery, throttle response, and shift logic simultaneously. The transmission feels wrong because the engine is behaving wrong. The engine is behaving wrong because the throttle body is dirty. A proper throttle body cleaning, not a spray and go with the cleaner still running, but an actual cleaning of the throttle bore with the engine off, resolves this in many cases where a shop has already started talking about transmission diagnostics. After cleaning, the throttle adaptation typically needs to be relearned so the computer reestablishes its baseline for the now clean throttle. Most scan tools can initiate that relearn in a few minutes. If your F-150 is hesitating, surging, or shifting strangely, ask your shop whether the throttle body has been cleaned and inspected before any transmission work gets authorized. The difference in cost between a throttle body cleaning and a transmission diagnosis is significant. Start with the cheaper question first. Sensor 3, the map sensor issue that mirrors the math. A lot of F-150 owners confuse the map sensor with the math, and the distinction matters because the misdiagnosis pattern on each is different. Math measures airflow directly. MAP, manifold absolute pressure, measures pressure inside the intake manifold. The engine computer uses that pressure reading to calculate engine load and calibrate fuel delivery accordingly. On turbocharged F-150s, the MAP sensor becomes even more critical because boost pressure is part of the load calculation. A wrong map reading on an EcoBoost can affect how the turbo system manages boost and how the computer responds to load changes. A clogged map port or contaminated pressure passage produce symptoms that look like fuel delivery problems, boost control issues, or sensor failure. Hesitation under acceleration, poor fuel economy, surging under load, weak boost response that comes and goes. The shop pulls a code, sees a MAP sensor reference, and quotes a sensor replacement. But the MAP sensor itself is often fine. The port it reads through is blocked. A 2-minute inspection and cleaning of the pressure passage, combined with a check for cracked vacuum hoses or intake leaks in the vicinity, resolves a significant number of MAP-related symptoms without replacing anything. On an EcoBoost, also check the boost hose connections in the area. A small leak near the MAP sensor changes the pressure reading and mimics sensor failure convincingly. Before authorizing a MAP sensor replacement on any Ford F-150, ask your shop whether the port, passage, and associated vacuum lines have been physically inspected. If the answer is no, that inspection needs to happen before any parts get ordered. 3 sensors down, 2 to go. Sensor 4 is the one that scares owners the most because the symptoms look like a catastrophic engine failure, and Sensor 5 is the one shops love to replace first even when it's almost never the actual cause. Subscribe right now so you catch every breakdown like this one. Hit the button and keep going. Sensor 4, the crankshaft position sensor scare. This is the sensor problem that generates the most panic calls, and the panic is completely understandable because the symptoms genuinely look like something catastrophic is happening inside the engine. The crankshaft position sensor tells the engine computer exactly where the crankshaft is in its rotation and how fast it's moving. Without accurate data from this sensor, the computer can't time fuel injection and ignition correctly. On F-150s, a failing crank sensor signal can cause the engine to crank but not start, stall suddenly while driving without warning, shut off under heat and refuse to restart until it cools down, or produce intermittent no-start conditions that come and go without any consistent pattern. Every one of those symptoms is alarming. No-start conditions on the side of a road, sudden stalling in traffic, heat-related shutdowns. The owner is already thinking about tow trucks and engine replacements by the time a shop gets involved, and that anxiety is exactly where unnecessary parts spending happens. A bad sensor connector, oil contamination at the sensor body, heat damage to the wiring harness, or corrosion at the terminal connection can produce every single one of those symptoms without the sensor itself being defective. The signal interruption is real. The cause is not a failed sensor, it's a compromised connection to a sensor that is still functioning correctly. Before any shop replaces a crankshaft position sensor on your F-150, the connector needs to be physically inspected, the terminals cleaned, and the harness checked for chafing or heat damage in the area. On EcoBoost engines, also check for oil contamination around the sensor body from nearby gasket weepage. Cleaning and reseating the connector resolves intermittent crank sensor codes more often than the number of sensor replacements performed would suggest. The sensor itself is not an expensive part, but if the connector is the actual problem and the shop replaces the sensor without addressing it, the symptom will return. Ask the right questions before the parts get ordered. Sensor 5, the oxygen sensor trap. This is the one shops replace first more than any other sensor on this list, and it's the one that produces the most unnecessary parts spending on Ford trucks year after year. Oxygen sensors sit in the exhaust stream and measure how much oxygen remains in the exhaust gas after combustion. The engine computer uses that data to continuously fine-tune fuel trims, adjusting how much fuel gets injected to keep combustion as efficient as possible. When fuel trims look wrong or a lean code appears, the oxygen sensor data is directly involved in generating that code. Here's the trap. The shop sees a lean code or abnormal fuel trim data and immediately quotes upstream oxygen sensor replacement. The sensors come out, new ones go in, and the lean condition returns within days or weeks because the oxygen sensors were never the problem. They were reporting accurately on a lean condition caused by something else entirely. A dirty math sensor feeding the computer low airflow readings,
A vacuum leak pulling unmetered air into the intake after the MAF, a fuel delivery issue reducing the amount of fuel reaching the cylinders, carbon buildup on the intake valves restricting airflow on a direct injection engine. Any of those upstream problems will produce the lean codes and abnormal fuel trims that point at the oxygen sensors as suspects. But the oxygen sensors are just reporting what is happening, not causing it. The diagnostic sequence that saves money on any F-150 with lean codes or fuel trim complaints is: check the math first, inspect for intake leaks second, verify fuel delivery third, look at intake valve condition on direct injection engines fourth. Only after those 4 checks come back clean does replacing the oxygen sensors make sense as a diagnostic next step. Before authorizing O2 sensor replacement on your F-150, ask your shop to walk through what they have already ruled out. If the answer does not include math condition, vacuum leak inspection, and fuel delivery verification, the diagnosis is not finished yet. The check sequence that saves money. Here is the order that catches most of these problems before they become expensive misdiagnoses. Run through this before you authorize any sensor replacement on your F-150. Start with the air filter and intake condition. A clogged filter or cracked intake tube is feeding every sensor downstream bad information before they ever get a chance to read correctly. Check the MAF or MAP sensor for contamination. A visual inspection of the sensing element takes 30 seconds. Cleaning it takes 5 minutes. Do this before considering replacement. Inspect the throttle body for carbon buildup. If the truck is hesitating, surging, or shifting strangely, the throttle body needs to be looked at before transmission diagnostics get started. Check every sensor connector and wiring harness in the area of concern. Corrosion, oil contamination, chafed wiring, and unseated terminals cause the same symptoms as sensor failure at a fraction of the cost to fix. Look at fuel trim data before replacing oxygen sensors. If the fuel trims are pulling lean, something upstream is causing that. The oxygen sensors are reporting it accurately. Find the cause before replacing the messengers. Most Ford owners do not get burned because their truck is impossible to fix. They get burned because the wrong part gets replaced first. A dirty sensor, a clogged passage, or a carbon-covered throttle body can create symptoms that look much worse than they actually are. The expensive repair is often sitting right behind the simple cleaning that nobody thought to do first. Drop a comment and tell me which of these 5 sensor problems you have dealt with on your Ford. I read every single one. The Ford Longevity Blueprint covering maintenance checkpoints and the things worth inspecting before small issues become expensive ones is linked in the description. If this saved you from an unnecessary parts replacement, share this video with a Ford owner who needs to see it before their next shop visit. And subscribe right now so you catch every breakdown like this one. We cover Ford ownership the way it should be covered. Honestly, before you need it. Subscribe right now. Every Ford sensor guide, every misdiagnosis pattern, every ownership breakdown is right here on this channel. Hit the button. See you in the next one.